Good morning, exhibitors. Jason with the URA back with another trade show update for 2024. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about the host hotel, show specials, and our education day. So our host hotel, the Westgate, has offered us a very competitive rate. And for a little background on our booking strategies for these hotels, we have to book a specific block of rooms every year. The URA locks in that room block and we're responsible for them no matter what. So when too many people book outside of our block, we get hit with a penalty. And for an example, 2 years ago, we paid a $60,000 penalty for not meeting our block. I say this just to underscore the importance of booking in our block, not just booking at a hotel down the road where you might be able to find a cheaper rate. Now that leads me into our show specials. Every year, all of you exhibitors are kind enough to offer a show special to our retailers. I'm hoping this year I can get you guys on board with offering a different type of show special. I'd like to offer a special that is the equivalent of $200. That's going to be about the maximum of our hotel rooms for the next few years. So if we can set that dollar amount at approximately $200, you guys will figure out what that has to be on your end. Maybe it's 144 units, maybe it's 24 pairs of shoes. I don't know what that's going to be. That's for you to decide. But if we can get you guys to offer that show special, a discount or a rebate, the equivalent of $200 for writing X amount at the show. That's kind of the goal we're going for this year. Now we want to put a little extra twist on it this year, and I'm hoping we can get some of you on board for this as well. For retailers who stay in the host hotel, their badge holder will be blue. It'll either be outlined or solid backed in blue. It'll be very distinct. I'd like to offer show specials only to those who stay in the host hotel. I understand some of you may not want to do this. You may not want to exclude someone that stays somewhere else, but this is kind of where we're going with our thinking this year, trying to encourage more people to stay in the host hotel. If we can do a combination of these two things, we encourage them to stay in the host hotel. Hopefully as an organization, we avoid paying such a large penalty in the future. Second, if we explain to our retailers that the show specials in general are going to be the equivalent of $200, we're going to encourage them to look at this as a way to pay for their own trip. So if you go write 3 different orders, you've basically paid for your hotel stay. If you can go out and write 6, you've probably paid for your hotel stay and your airline. So I'm trying to find a way that the retailers can feel like they can step away from their store and not have a major expense when they come to the show. Want them to feel like they can pay for the trip if they make smart buying decisions and order at the show. And honestly, I also hope that you all walk away with a big book of business so you feel a little bit more justified in your spend for the URA. The third thing I want to talk about today is education. We have a new education format this year, a few different tracks, but it's a packed full day Monday of education. And this year, we are going to be featuring manufacturers in our education with retailers. At the end of the day, we'll have a state of the industry, an hour-long education with a panel of retailers and manufacturers. The entire day is now open to manufacturers as well. So I encourage you guys to reach out to your sales reps and have them come to the education. Maybe they've got a few key retailers that they want to sit with. It's also going to give you guys a chance to sit in on some of the education about things like hospital sales and payroll deduction. So you're going to get to hear from multiple retailers how they order for hospital sales, how they go out and sell to groups, what they look for in a group. There's also a section on uniform solutions that talks about inventory management. So listening to how retailers view their inventory as a whole, how they section it off by price, by styles, by fabrics, good, better, best, as well as how they assess what to get rid of if they want to bring in a new collection and what type of time period they need to exit that old inventory and make room for the new. Now there is a cost for education. For anybody that wants to go, it's $100. I know this may seem like a lot, but again, a couple details to put it into perspective what the URA pays. A gallon of coffee this year at the show is $96. The breakfast, and it's a very nice breakfast, but it's not a large plate. A breakfast is $40. So there is quite a substantial cost that we incur every time we up our head count at one of these events. If we up our head count by 30, we have to add that much in our food and beverage. So that's why the $100 fee. I think your sales reps Maybe your sales managers at minimum will find this beneficial. And it's one more opportunity for you, the manufacturers, to sit with us, the retailers, all day and talk about how we can grow and be successful together. And I think you'll see that's the theme of this year's trade show all around, is manufacturers and retailers working together so we can both be successful. Thanks for listening. Can't wait to see you guys in October.